engagement ring. I'm actually about to go get my ring cleaned for the first time. Gonna go to Wedding Day Diamonds. Never done this before. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know if it's quick and easy, but I wanted to document it because it seemed like something fun. So come along. Bye! Okay, so I'm back in the car. They did that super quick. I was not able to record it. They do not clean the rings in front of you, so she had to like take it to the back. And she told me the process, which is pretty cool. So she checked to make sure like all the diamonds were intact and that nothing was loose, which I was hoping that there wouldn't be. I've only had the ring for 2 months, and she said all that was good. Then she took it to the back and she told me that they normally will put the ring in a solution and they'll let it soak for about like 2 minutes, I think, 2 minutes, and then after that they actually steam the ring to get like any gook that's like in the small crevices or anything like that. And when she came back out with my ring, it was sparkling. Can you see it? Like, I feel like it looks different than when I went in there. Because remember, I showed y'all the video before I went in, and then look at it now. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna take myself back home and find something to do. But also, I feel like I should have almost like a wedding talk in my car right now. So maybe, yeah. So actually, before I go home, let's talk about it. Why are weddings so expensive? Like, I understand weddings are fun, they're important, marriage is a great thing. Like, I think more people are starting to get married again, which is amazing. I am pro marriage, but like, the whole point is the union. Not the event itself, but the union. So why is this so expensive? Like, I've heard of people breaking their banks for something that's only one day. And I understand it's a special moment. I'm also doing the same thing. I'm not breaking my bank. I'm staying within my means, but we're still spending like thousands on a wedding. Yeah, we're still spending thousands on our wedding. And I've come to terms with it. That's okay because me and my fiance are doing it for the experience. Like, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I do think it's crazy how expensive these weddings are, and it kind of sometimes gets your hopes up. Like, we just booked our venue, right? And before booking our venue, I had been looking at a plethora of venues and just getting very discouraged because none of them were in my price range. Like, the vision I had for our wedding is what these venues were giving, and I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be a perfect spot, this and this. Now, I knew that these places were going to be expensive, but I was not expecting it to be as expensive as they were, if that makes sense. So because it was more than what I expected, I was like, oh well, dang, is this normal when you're looking for venues? Are most venues like this? Is this a state by state basis? Like, I'm originally from Columbus, Ohio. I live in the Twin Cities now, so I live in Minnesota. Sorry, and I feel like I don't know if the venues would be just as, or less than, just as, or more than expensive in Ohio than what I'm looking at here. Like, I want to do the wedding in Minnesota because Minnesota is home to me. I was born and raised in Ohio, but Minnesota is home. I love it here. We're not doing it in Ohio. There's no point. I don't live there. But I do feel like if we did live there, I think we would find cheaper venues. It could be a state by state basis, but that was just one of the things I've ran into during this wedding journey, is that the venues, especially in the Twin Cities though, expensive. Like, expensive. And thank thank you, Jesus. Like, honestly, God is really looking out for us. I feel that God wants our union to happen. We are meant to be, because I was so stressed and nervous that we weren't going to find a venue, and also that we'd have to push the wedding back, because in my head I was like, oh yeah, we definitely need to save. Like, there's no way we're going to find a venue just off of what we have right now. And instead of me getting down on myself and just being sad about the situation, because it's supposed to be something that is a joyous time, a joyous moment, a joyous journey, God got us a venue. And I really mean that. Like, God got us the venue. God helped with the price. Like, it was still out of our price range. Then the price was, we were able to get the price lower. Meaning we were able to put even less money down to hold the venue. And it just, everything worked out, is what I'm saying. Like, so far, everything has been going so smooth. Like, yes, everything has been stressful. The venue, figuring out who's going to be on our wedding court, then finding out that, we're actually going to have a big wedding court, 10 on each side. Then you still have the ring bearer, the flower girls, all that jazz. So we're really going to have a big wedding party. And then on top of that too, wedding dresses. I started looking at wedding dresses just to see what I thought I would like. And man, why are these dresses so expensive? I don't get it. And maybe it's because I'm a type B person, so I really don't care about all this stuff. Because again, it's only going to get worn for one day, for maybe 6 hours. But the places in Minneapolis, like, if you go to the wedding shops or looking up different wedding shops, there's no point in me even booking appointments, because they're telling me that their wedding dresses start at $2,000, or they start at like $1,500 all the way up to $2,500. One, personally, that's too much for me. That's not within my means. And two, I just feel like that's super expensive for a wedding dress. Now, luckily, I did find somewhere else that has wedding dresses for less, and I found it within my means. Yes, but it's still, I don't know. I think it's just more so the concept is baffling to me, that we have to spend this much on a wedding, and just spend this much on all the little things that come into play with it, when the focus is the union. Like, me and my fiance, the focus are the two people getting married. Like, nothing else should really matter. It's the two people and God. Like, that's how I view marriage. And yes, I know that I'm still doing what society does and having a traditional wedding. But we're having the traditional wedding because we have so many friends and family that we know support us and would actually come and, celebrate us, that I wouldn't want to miss out on that. And again, for the experience. So I'm not complaining, because like I said, we are blessed and highly favored. Like, God is on our side always. So I know it's gonna get figured out regardless. It's gonna be a great wedding. It's gonna go smooth. Like, I have no worries about that, because I'm giving it to God. But what I'm saying is it's just still baffling though, just the amount of money that people have to spend to have a joyous time. And then after the wedding, they're money stressed because of how much they spent. Or the money that you spent on that wedding could really go somewhere else. It could go towards a house. It could go towards, I don't know, debts, bills, just stuff like that. You never know. You just never know. So that's kind of my TED Talk for today. I'm realizing, I guess, the BS that comes with weddings. And I'm not a fan of it. But I'm going with it. So stay tuned for that, because yeah, we're going to have some more TED Talks, some more girl talks about weddings from a female's perspective, because I do feel like the females have to do more, kind of. But yeah, so again, the venue's booked. I'm looking at wedding dresses, getting closer to an idea of what I'm going for, like the style that I want. We got our guest list somewhat completed. We do have a lot of people coming, and we're trying to cut it down, because I still feel like it's too many people. Or honestly, 3% of those people might not come, is what we're finding out. So that's fine too. I just want everybody to be comfortable at the wedding and there to be space. Like, just because the venue can hold X amount of people doesn't mean that we have to invite X amount of people. That's just me personally. So yeah, let me know in the comments how y'all feel, or if you're a 2025 bride, or somebody that's recently got engaged, or somebody who's already had their wedding, how did it go for you? Because I'm really curious. Like, I talked to my mom about this, but that's a little different, because like she said, she got married 20 something years ago, so already it's not relatable because of, you know, inflation, the economy, all that stuff. Everything's gone up. Like when me and her talk about wedding stuff, she's actually just as baffled and shocked as I am at the prices, because she was like, I didn't know that it had changed, or she didn't know that it had changed that much. When my parents got married, my mom said their venue was like $400. They paid it in cash. My parents were not in wedding debt because they were able to pay everything up front and in cash. Now, yes, people can still do that today, but it's just crazy that, you know, we had, like, our down payment was thousands, but my parents' venue was $400 total. Like, do you see the discrepancy? Like, do you see the gap in that? That's just so crazy to me. So even that, your venue was $400. How much was your wedding dress and catering and decorations? Like, I just feel like things were more affordable and more obtainable back then as to now. So yeah, just let me know in the comments, like, how did your wedding journey go, or how is your wedding journey going currently, if you're newly engaged and if you started that process. I would really love some tips and advice and things like that on just making the wedding as smooth as possible while also enjoying and not breaking my bank. Okay? So that's the end of my rant. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really want you guys to see the ring, since I couldn't show you guys like when we were in there. Isn't it beautiful? He did so good. But that's kind of all I got for today, unfortunately. Thought I could show you guys more, but I couldn't. I'm sorry. I'll do better next time. But let me know in the comments what y'all feel about weddings, dress shopping, big wedding courts, any of that stuff, because I really want to know, like, is this normal for weddings to go this way, or is there a loophole to having a smooth wedding and not breaking the bank? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Catch me next week in another video. Happy Sunday. Be blessed, be worthy, be kind. And I hope you guys have an amazing week.